Good evening, everyone. It's wine o'clock here at the Wines Man's. Tonight's very special wine. This is from Gerard Bertrand, the king of the Languedoc. This is his Cigalus Red. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why this wine is phenomenal, and why you should get some, and why it's included in my Christmas wine case. So let's start with Gerard, the king of the Languedoc. He's been making wines there since he was 10. He's now 55. This is his 45th vintage. And this is the 2018 Cigalus. This is from Gerard's personal estate where he and his family live. And he invests his entire life and passion into this particular wine. He's learned so many things from winemakers down the years, and he really knows what he's doing. This is a blend of 7 different grape varieties that are all combined together beautifully in different amounts to produce the Cigalus. It's an organic wine. That's great. Lots of wines are organic, but this is also biodynamic. That means it's made in harmony with the sun and the moon and the stars and nature, and it is made in a beautiful way that means that there's no intervention. It is exactly how wine and food used to be harvested and made centuries ago. Literally only just 100 years ago, everything was made biodynamically. But since then, we've been having all of these harvesters and all of these things that come in and all these chemicals and everything. But no, Gerard doesn't want any of that. He wants the nature and the purity of the wine to be at its absolute best. So let me tell you the grape varieties. There's 7 of them, so I have to remind myself. So you have Cabernet Sauvignon, 30%, Cabernet Franc, 20%, Merlot, 20%, Grenache, 10%, Syrah, 10%, Caladoc, there's an unusual variety from the Languedoc, 5%, and Carignan at 5%. Now, it's vinified in a traditional way using natural yeasts that bring and allow the fermentation process to start and to continue. It's allowed to ferment like that for about 20 days. Then it's transferred into 225-litre oak barriques. Now, that size is very important because it's the optimum size for perfect oak concentration level. And that just softens the tannins and it adds a little bit of complexity to the wine. So this is a beautiful wine. I am so looking forward to trying this. I mean, I have stayed with Gerard in his Chateau Hospitalet, which is a fabulous area in the Languedoc if you want to go to visit him in Narbonne. But his Cigalus estate, I've actually eaten dinner there with him where he prepared a beautiful barbecue and served this wine chilled because it was so hot and it was just lovely. We also tried the Cigalus White, which is also an amazing wine blended from 3 different grape varieties. Let's have a look at the colour on this. Look at that. Now, as I mentioned, no intervention at all. Everything is made in the perfect way. Just to give you an example, they had a problem with spiders, and they were going, well, you know, normal vineyards would go, spiders, let's burn them, let's do all sorts of crazy things, chuck a whole load of nasty stuff on them just to get rid of them, some chemicals or whatever. Gerard, no, what they did was they took cow horns, hundreds of them, and planted them every metre or so, every 2 metres, around the entire vineyard. Within 24 hours, all the spiders gone. No problem. Just what's left. Beautiful grapes growing in their own natural way. So let's have a little smell of this bad boy. I'm going to have to. So it's very concentrated in the aroma. It's full berried flavour, but you've also got the garrigue that goes on. And the garrigue is basically from the little herbaceous plants that grow all around the Languedoc. And that imparts that herbaceous character and flavour and aroma to the actual wines itself. So it's really quite interesting. So a very subtle hint of oak, but not a lot. You know what I'm going to say? It's beautiful. It's so intense in its concentration. The flavour levels, they kick in at different times. The balance, the acidity, the minerality, it's just fabulous. I mean, I could keep using superlatives, wine superlatives like this, but it's just a bloody gorgeous wine. It really is. It's silky smooth. It's got enough backbone though and enough strength so that you know you're drinking a fabulous wine. It will keep for many, many years if you want to. And as you would expect with a 20+ pound bottle of wine, but it's a fabulous, fabulous wine. I really doff my cap to Gerard. I mean, I love him as a grower. He's a great person. He's a phenomenal rugby player, great family man, but my God, does he produce great wine. So thank you very much for this Cigalus. I'm going to enjoy this a little bit later with some venison. Cheers.